Yeah, so I'd left off about Kostya Tszyu and Ricky Hatton. They fought in June of 2005. That man, Floyd, went fought Arturo Gatti in a big money fight for him. Actually, his first pay per view. He fought him in May of 2005. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now the man Floyd went on to beat another world champion, Arturo Gatti, who was a champ, two division champ at 130 when he beat Tracy Patterson. You know what I'm saying? And he was a 140 champ when he beat that Italian dude. What's his name? What the fuck was his name? Giancarlo Bronco. You know what I'm saying? Giancarlo Bronco. He went out and beat him. You know what I'm saying? The Italian, you check it. So that's when he became the 140 champion. Floyd took that title off of him. Now, if that man Kostya Tszyu handled his business, and believe me, I was rooting for Kostya Tszyu. You know, he got roughed house and mugged up there by Ricky Hatton in a very dirty fight, in my opinion. You know, and Kostya Tszyu got old in that fight, man. He retired. He ain't come back. If Kostya Tszyu had won that fight, you know what I'm saying? And at that particular time, Floyd was number 3 on the pound for pound list, and Kostya Tszyu number 2. If Kostya Tszyu beat Ricky Hatton and Floyd had just beat this guy what's his name, Arturo Gatti, don't you think that man Floyd would have taken that fight? Would have happened because Floyd called him out. If it wouldn't have happened, it would have been on Kostya Tszyu. It would have been Kostya Tszyu not wanting to fight Floyd because Floyd called him out. He wanted that fight with Kostya Tszyu, but Kostya Tszyu lost the fight to Ricky Hatton and he rode off to the sunset. You know what I'm saying? And that man Floyd wanted a fight with Ricky Hatton at 140, which would also be a big money fight. But Ricky Hatton at them times was like, nope, we're not ready. Nope, we're not ready. He didn't want to fight Floyd. Floyd called him out. You know what I'm saying? So you know, Floyd went on to beat another two-time champ at 140, Shambe Mitchell, WBA and IBF champion. You know what I'm saying? Floyd went on to beat him, you know what I mean? That's another world champion right there. You could call him a title holder all you want, but all these guys are world champions because by definition, a world champion is a man who is a title holder, or a title holder is a man who is a world champion. You check it if they hold any of the 4 sanctioning body alphabet belts, you know what I mean? Okay, now them fellas, Floyd went on to fight guys like Zab Judah, and he beat Zab Judah and took the IBF strap off of Zab Judah. Okay, Floyd moved up to 147. You know what I mean? To fight Zab Judah, and Zab Judah, you know, Zab Judah had the IBF belt, and at one point in time before he fought Floyd, Zab Judah had fought Carlos Valdemir. And at that particular time, Zab Judah was the undisputed champion at 147 pounds. You know what I mean? He was undisputed. You check it, and he had all 3 belts. You know what I mean? He snatched them titles off of Corey Spinks out there in St. Louis when he stopped him. You know what I mean? He TKO'd him. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now that man Corey Spinks how did he become undisputed? He became undisputed. He had an IBF strap. I forgot which European dude he beat. He went out to Europe to beat that dude. I can't remember his name right now. But Corey Spinks beat Ricardo Mayorga, who snatched the belts off of what's his name? What's his name? He had the WBA belt and he snatched the WBC belt off Vernon Forrest. You know what I mean? So that's how the man Corey Spinks became undisputed. You check it. He had 1 belt and he fought Ricardo Mayorga, who brought 2, and he beat him and he got all 3 of them belts. You know what I'm saying? And Zab Judah beat him in the rematch. They'd actually fought twice, and Judah lost the first time to Corey Spinks. Now that man Zab Judah, he's a world champion. You know, them fellas. Zab Judah is probably gonna go to the Boxing Hall of Fame at one point in later on when he retires in his career. You know what I mean? You check it, then you know that man Floyd fought a guy like Carlos Valdemir, who had beat what's his name? He had beat Zab Judah, you know what I'm saying? And Carlos Valdemir brought to the table the WBC and he brought the WBC and the Lineal and Ring Magazine belt title because that's when he fought Zab Judah. When he beat him, he only paid for 1 sanctioning body's belt, and that was the WBC. So the WBA, that belt remained vacant, and Luis Collazo won that belt. He won the vacated belt at 147, and The IBF let Zab Judah keep that IBF strap that Floyd beat him for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Floyd beat him for the IBF strap, and Floyd vacated it. You know what I mean? So, Carlos Ben, so if that man Floyd beat these guys, you know, he ain't have all the titles, but he was basically the man in the division. You check it, he beat the undisputed guy. You know what I'm saying? And he beat the guy who beat the undisputed guy. You check it? So he was definitely the man in the division. You know what I'm saying? Now, a guy like, you mentioned that man Floyd ducking, what's his name, Antonio Margarito. I mean, Antonio Margarito was a welterweight champion since 2002. You check it? And when he was at 147, a WBO champ, that man Floyd was a lightweight. So how is he ducking Floyd? Or how is Floyd ducking Margarito when they're two divisions apart? You know what I'm saying? So I debunked that right there. And Floyd, when Margarito had lost the title, then he got it back in 04. That man Floyd was at 140. He was a junior welterweight. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't in the same division. You know what I mean? You check it, and then that man, what's his name? He lost to what's his name? Margarito lost to Paul Williams at the Stop Hop. You check it. So, I think you mentioned that Floyd didn't fight Paul Williams. The man Paul Williams was a guy now. Floyd had choices now, you know what I'm saying? And, he wasn't with Bob Arum anymore. You know what I mean? He wanted that fight with what's his name? Oscar De La Hoya, you know what I'm saying? He wanted the big money fight. He wanted to fight the cash cow of boxing. Okay? Now you trying to tell me Floyd ducked Paul Williams because he moved up one division to challenge himself to fight the all-time great Oscar De La Hoya, 6th division champion. You check it? I mean, the man Paul Williams is a great fighter. I used to like him, but I wouldn't say he's an all-time great. Okay? And, that man Oscar De La Hoya is, okay? And that man Floyd went up there to beat him, and it's a bigger purse fight, you know what I mean? You check it. That man Bob Arum at one time after the Zab Judah fight, he offered Floyd Mayweather $8 million to fight Margarito, you know what I'm saying? But that man Floyd wanted to fight with he ain't want that fight. He wanted to fight with what's his name? With Oscar De La Hoya. You check it? And he eventually got $8 million to fight what's his name? Carlos Baldomir after Zab Judah, you know what I'm saying? So nah, them fellas ain't ducked Margarito, man. And by them times, them fellas Margarito had losses, man. He got caught for cheating, for beating what happened when he fought with when he fought that guy Cotto, you know what I'm saying? He beat the shit out of him, man. He was suspected to have loaded gloves, but he got caught by Nazim Richardson, you know what I'm saying? B-Hops, and he was Sugar Shane Mosley's trainer at the time, and he found out that he got loaded gloves before Shane Mosley was about to fight Margarito. You check it, so. And them fellas Margarito had lost to the man Pacquiao. Pacquiao punished him, you know what I'm saying, broke that man's orbital bone, and Cotto got the rematch, and he avenged that loss to him, and he thoroughly beat him and fucked his eye up more, okay? So this guy was out of the picture, man. He wasn't nobody to fight at them times, you know what I'm saying? You're basically telling me, Floyd, you would have rather seen Floyd fight Paul Williams and Margarito rather than move up and fight Oscar De La Hoya, which was a bigger money fight, and it was actually a fight that fight fans wanted. Nobody was clamoring for Margarito's and what's his name fight, Paul Williams, you know what I'm saying? People really wanted to see that De La Hoya and Floyd fight, you know what I'm saying? It was supposed to break pay-per-view records, and sure enough it did, you know what I'm saying? You check it, and like I said, Floyd went up to 154, he beat Oscar De La Hoya, you know what I'm saying? Okay? And that was in May of 2007, you know what I'm saying? The man Margarito had lost to Paul Williams in July of 2007. You check it? So that man Floyd had moved on for greener pastures, you know what I'm saying? He went to challenge himself, and he beat De La Hoya for the WBC belt, you know what I'm saying? Then that man fought Ricky Hatton, you check it, at 147, where Ricky Hatton had campaigned at before. You know, he was a career 140 guy, but he campaigned for a few fights before he fought Floyd Mayweather at 147, and that man Floyd kept his WBC Lineal and Ring magazine title. You know what I'm saying? You check it. And by them time, like I said, Margarita had lost to Cotto and Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? You check it. Then the man Floyd retired for a couple years. Then he came back and fought Juan Manuel Marquez. You know what I'm saying? You know, Juan Manuel Marquez was like pound for pound number 2 on the planet at the time, because Manny Pacquiao was number 1. You know what I mean? And what you call it? You know, the man was stepping up from lightweight, you know, after destroying that man Baby Bull Diaz. You know, he moved up from lightweight, was supposed to fight Floyd at 142 pounds before at a catch weight, but the man Floyd ain't even make 142. I think he came in at 146. So, you know, he paid that man, what's his name? Juan Manuel Marquez some money for you know, weighing a little heavier, and, you know, he gave that man a boxing lesson in the ring, you know what I'm saying? He even proceeded to drop that man with a kind of left uppercut, you know what I'm saying? And Juan Manuel Marquez, you can't tell me he's a title holder, man. You can't tell me, you can't convince me that, man. This guy's a Mexican legend, you know what I'm saying? A boxing legend. These are not just title holders. These are world champs and ATGs that the man Floyd Mayweather is beating, you know what I mean? You check it. No title on the line there. You know, then the man, after that fight, you remember the man, Shane Mosley, came and bombarded Floyd Mayweather's post-fight interview with Max Kellerman. You know, he wanted to fight with Floyd Mayweather. You know, he came at him just like I'm coming at you in this video. No disrespect, man, but, you know, the man wanted to fight Floyd Mayweather. Shane Mosley said, no disrespect, man, but we supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. That man, Shitty Shane, I said Shitty Shane. That's what Floyd Mayweather used to call him. Shitty Shane Mosley, because Sugar Shane Mosley was ducking that man Floyd when he was at lightweight. You know what I'm saying? That was a fight when Floyd, you know, that we wanted to see, you know. You know, Shane Mosley at them times was on the pound for pound list just like Floyd was. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, them fellas didn't fight Floyd them times, and he jumped up from 135 lightweight to 147 because that man Floyd was coming for him. You check it, and Floyd and that man Shane Mosley is a Hall of Famer, man. Let's be real. He's not a title holder. He's a world champion. You check it. You know what I'm saying? Then the man, you know, that there was no alphabet title on the line in that fight. I think it was just a lineal title. You know what I'm saying? Then that man Floyd fought that man Victor Ortiz, you know what I'm saying? In a fight where this man Victor Ortiz he headbutted Floyd, tried to kiss him and tried to hug him, all in the same fight. And that's why the man Floyd, you know, protect yourself at all times. He punched that man, he caught him with some nice punches, a left hook and the right hand, and put that man on the seat of his pants, you know what I'm saying? Some say it was a dirty punch. I don't think so. It's protect yourself at all times. This man was trying to hug Floyd Mayweather in the middle of a boxing fight, man. There it goes right there, matter of fact. You just seen it right there. All right? So, you know, that man, you know, Ortiz had the WBC belt and Floyd got it back. You know, that he got that belt. Ortiz got it when he beat the man Berto in a fight of the year. You know what I'm saying? You checking if Berto was a good champion at them times. That was the first man to beat him, you know what I mean? In a shocker, you know. Not a lot of people expected that Berto to lose that fight, you know what I mean? You check it. So, you know, that man beat another world champion right there, you know. And then that man Floyd fought the man Cotto, you know what I'm saying? I moved up in weight to fight Cotto at 154 pounds, you know what I'm saying? And that man Cotto, you know, he brought to the table the WBA junior middleweight strap, you know what I mean? You check it, and that man Cotto was bigger than Floyd. Cotto came into the boxing at was a career 140 guy. You know, Floyd came in from 130. You know what I'm saying? From super featherweight, you know what I mean? Okay? So, you know, that man beat him in a great fight where, you know, Floyd stood in the pocket with this guy. The man Cotto put pressure on him, made Floyd bleed, but, you know, I'm about to cut this video off, man. Part 3 coming up, man. Gotta debunk the fact that Strictly Boxing News said that Floyd has only fought world title holders and not world 23 world champions. I be Marsh Boxing, part 3 coming up.